Welcome to my channel, and today we're looking at a subject that many of us struggle with, and that is avoiding gluttony. Our passage for today is Proverbs 23:20-21. Do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat, for drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. Now, many of us have grown up in a culture that promotes indulgence and excess, whether it's eating or drinking. We often think that more is better. But the Bible has something else to say. Proverbs 23:20-21 warns us against gluttony and drunkenness, calling them a path to poverty and spiritual dullness. But what does it really mean to be a glutton? Most of us probably think of someone who just eats a lot, someone with a big appetite. And yes, the Bible warns against overindulging in food. However, the word gluttony carries a deeper meaning. It refers to a lack of self-control and an excessive desire for more, a constant craving for the next bite, even when we're already full. In God's design, eating is not just about pleasure or satisfying our cravings. It's about fueling the body that He created, giving it what it needs to function well so that we can live healthy, alert, and disciplined lives. Gluttony, therefore, goes beyond overeating. It's the lack of self-mastery that leads us to consume beyond what our body needs, to indulge in the pleasures of the flesh rather than honoring God with our choices. When we overindulge, we rob ourselves of the very things we desire most: good health, clear thinking, and spiritual sensitivity. Gluttony dulls the mind, weakens the body, and distracts the spirit from God's purpose for us. Friends, the Bible reminds us that we were bought with a price. We are temples of the Holy Spirit, and our bodies are meant to be used for God's service. When we gorge ourselves on food or drink to the point of drunkenness, we are not treating our bodies as the precious gifts that they are. You see, gluttony and drunkenness can lead to sickness, fatigue, and even spiritual apathy. When we are weighed down by excess, we are less alert, less disciplined, and less ready to serve. That's why God calls us to temperance, a life of balance and self-control. Through prayer and the power of the Holy Spirit, we can overcome these unhealthy appetites. We can learn to eat wholesome foods in the right amounts, to stop when we're comfortably full, and to turn away from excess rather than giving in to cravings. Temptation to overindulge may come in many forms, whether it's an all-you-can-eat buffet or emotional eating habits or simply having too many options. The enemy will try to trick us into believing that one more slice won't hurt, or that stress and emotions should dictate what we put into our bodies. But we must resist these temptations and choose holiness instead. So let's commit to honoring God with our bodies. Let's practice temperance and self-control in our lives and avoid the trap of gluttony. When we do, we will be healthier, happier, and more fully devoted to God's purpose for us. Remember, true satisfaction comes from God, not from a plate. Thank you for joining me today. If this message encouraged you, please subscribe to my channel for more Bible-based health and spiritual teachings.